Yeah, welcome to Gift. And it's really nice to see so pretty young ladies and with their amazing presentations later. So I'm the host Ting from China, and greetings from China. So
thank you very much.
So we will leave the presentation time to you. It's your time, ladies.
Yeah, but I would like to tell something about their school before we start.
Of course.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. So we have here 3 students from the Gimnasia Realit and 1 student from the Philippines. And Annika, you will tell something about your school, okay? I want Maria to be satisfied with this. So I want to present the Gimnasia Realit. So the Gimnasia Realit High School is a comprehensive school which has for 82 years educated and encouraged its students to aspire to excellence in both their academic studies and in their contribution to make to the community. It embraces a diverse community of learners who enjoy a wide range of educational opportunities. The school's milestones have always been educate, instill values, and initiate to allow all students to fulfill their potential and for the good of society as well, as a whole. Okay, thank you. Annika, would you tell something about your school?
Yes, of course. So I'm from the Philippines and our school is based in the south of Luzon. We are a multiple intelligence focused school that tends to high school students, elementary and preschool. And we have so many different kinds of curriculums. There is full online, partial in case you have any other kinds of extracurriculars that you want to focus on for your future. And then there's just completely by yourself learning that our school allows. So yes.
Thank you. So I think they can start.
Yeah. So do you want to share your screen or
Yes, we will be sharing our screen.
Okay. So it's your time, ladies.
Okay. Just one moment. So, hello, my name is Rotem.
I'm Yali. And I'm Hallel.
We are from Israel.
And I am Annika from the Philippines.
We met and created this project, as mentioned before, in a 4-day hackathon that our schools organized back in November 2021. This hackathon included 5 countries from all around the world, one of them being the Philippines, and focused on the subject of the SEL, social and emotional learning. Our project is called Communication. It is a combination of the words community and communication. Soon you'll understand why.
Have you ever tried to discuss something with a person, but they don't seem to fully understand your point? This situation might cause a lot of frustration on both sides, and a civil discussion could turn into an unpleasant argument. This can happen not only because of insults getting thrown around. An argument can become very unpleasant because of the way someone speaks, presents their point, doesn't let the other person talk, or ignores them. Another note, miscommunication has become more common during the pandemic due to school and other activities being held online. Face-to-face communication has become extremely limited, and speaking to a screen has made conversations impersonal. So after coming back to in-person learning, we experience these miscommunications and awkward moments more often. These instances occur because proper communication isn't taught from a young age, which causes uncomfortable situations later in life.
This is where SEL comes in. Through social and emotional learning, we can teach students how to lead organized, fruitful, pleasant conversations. We want to incorporate emotional regulation and social awareness into the learning process, so we came up with this strategy of doing so.
It starts with a period once a week where students are given a list of communities, special occasions, or struggles from other cultures and a variety of people around the world. They then choose a topic from the list and lead a conversation about it.
Large classes can be divided into smaller groups. That way, everybody can be heard and the conversation can be more personal and emotionally connected. This also gives people from the community or culture in question opportunities to convey their own point of view. Teachers will have the option to intervene when they see a learning opportunity for a certain behavior or skill that should be stopped or encouraged. After these conversations, it is important for students to give each other constructive feedback. This increases the chance of change in behavior and understanding between students. This way, everyone's experiences in these periods will be pleasant from class to class, since they learn how to communicate with each other positively and better than before.
The main goals of these conversations are 1. To bring the awareness of students to such topics that will make them more socially involved, strive to create inclusivity and equality in their environment. And 2, teaching them how to have organized conversations through good communication and proper emotional regulation. A smaller goal of these conversations is to bring quieter, less communicative students into the conversation, to help them learn to express their opinion, give constructive feedback to peers, and speak freely in social environments.
These conversations can happen more or less depending on the student's schedule. Many of variations can be made to fit classes' needs or constraints. A valid constraint of a class could be age. So, elementary school children can speak about their favorite games while learning the basics of holding a conversation. On the other hand, middle or high school children can speak about politics or philosophy while learning behavior in more complex situations.
A second variation to this is carrying the conversation on after school hours if students are interested. They may find it easier to open up and get invested into subjects given a longer time. Another example may be a few times a week, regular classes on subjects such as history, literature, social studies, and the like can use their time for self-focused groups and have conversations around topics within that subject. In this scenario, students will learn no less than what they can in a regular class, but they will also gain the benefits we mentioned before.
There may also be a variation for homeschooled children. Private or district schools near homeschoolers can host cell groups for these individuals who learn outside of a traditional classroom. This introduces otherwise unexposed children to world ideas.
Another option for these classes is adding short field trips to places that will require students to engage in cultures unfamiliar to them and see what some people face on an everyday basis that they wouldn't otherwise notice. This change in setting could affect the way students feel and behave. This may bring out other traits in them that are otherwise hidden when speaking inside a class. Conversations might develop differently, therefore other values of proper communication can be brought up.
Some schools already have similar ideas implemented in their curriculum. In our personal experience, Israeli schools do sometimes organize field trips to meet people from the many cultures in the country. For example, a few years back, we had the opportunity to meet with a Bedouin family. We got to sit in their tent, learn about their unique customs, and even try their traditional dishes.
An experience my school has provided its students is a 5-day immersion to Singapore. Through this opportunity, students are able to experience a variety of cultures firsthand. What we are proposing is making these kinds of experiences more locally accessible.
Creating more experiences like these examples can help extend students' knowledge, creating a more understanding generation.
We are not the only ones trying to implement SEL in classrooms. What makes our ideas different? All the strategies that we have experienced as students have the same issues. When there's an attempt to add social and emotional learning to lessons, it often feels very forced and children tend to not participate. Our project offers a way to convey values of proper communication and social awareness to students in a way they will willingly participate while also practicing these new values.
Our project teaches students to communicate better. What do we do with it now? We continue to develop it and find ways to implement it in the school systems around us. But to do that, we need your support to bring social emotional learning to everyday life.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. This was
Thank you.
very clearly and amazing.
Yeah, it is really amazing. Just wonder, you're in 2 different countries, and so you finished this project. How you managed to finish this project?
I think I'll answer that question. We mostly used Zoom and a lot of communicating when each is free and what time is it in the other country while it's, for example, morning here, it's afternoon in the Philippines. And so there was just a lot of communication about timing. And some worked while others were asleep, or the others worked while we were in school, and we made it work.
Yeah, I think that is really amazing, because we are a group that it consists of people from different countries. So the meeting time is really a big trouble for us. And we learned quite a lot from you to have this streaming teamwork and finish this streaming amazing project. So I think that is really, really wonderful. Congratulations, ladies.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
I would like to ask what you haven't know about the Philippines that you know now, and what you didn't know about Israel that you know now.
Yanka, would you like to answer?
Yeah, sure. Well, I didn't know that they actually take trips to other countries, like fly there. It was very shocking to me because we can do it in Israel, and I didn't expect it from other countries as well.
Yeah, so what she was talking about was the experience that I explained before, the immersion to Singapore. We do that in our school when we're grade 6, so around 12 to 13 years old, you know, because we find it really important to share and experience other cultures. One thing while we were making this project, we were talking about like little things about the schools or about other experiences that we don't really know about. Something I learned about Israeli schools was that you don't have lunch. It's really shallow, but they don't have time for lunch, which is so odd because we have like a whole hour here.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much for joining us and share your projects. Thank you.